How can we be certain that religion is not just an emotional experience, since other religions can offer the same spiritual nourishment? So how is Christianity something that is differentiated from the rest as a true way?
So, I want to begin by just saying, perhaps Edna will forgive me for this, and please don't misunderstand it. I actually don't think of Christianity as a religion. Nowadays, the word religion has come to mean institutions, structures, organizations, legal entities for tax purposes, things like that. What Jesus came to give us is not an organization, a company. What Jesus came to give us is a way of life, a way of existing, a way of being. And what he came to teach us is that we are created in the image and likeness of God, and that our purpose in being created is to become more and more like the image and likeness of God. In other words, more and more like Christ. Sure, we build buildings because that makes it easier for us to get together and have a place to pray and all those kinds of things. Sure, we have a hierarchy in the church because that helps us to administer things so it's not chaos and everybody does just whatever they want. But those things are just things that help us. Right? So the heart of Christianity is Christ himself. And to me, this is the one big difference between Christianity and any other religion. So, is Christianity an emotional experience? Yes. Is Christianity a bodily experience? In the Orthodox Church, yes. Think of the sacraments. They involve your body. They involve your body connecting to Christ. This morning before I came, we had a baptism. We baptized a little tiny baby called Eden in water 3 times so that he could die with Christ and then rise with Christ to a new life. The word baptism comes from the Greek word to die, not D-I-E, but D-Y-E. Like when you take a white t-shirt and you dip it in some blue dye, and then the blue dye gets right into the fibers of the material of the t-shirt, and when you take it out, it's not a white t-shirt anymore, it's a blue t-shirt. Christians have always understood baptism to be exactly that. A human being who does not have unity with Christ is dipped into Christ and comes out with Christ being in the very fiber of his being. It is a way of being. And the most important thing about that is that it is about love. You will be surprised to know, have a guess, how many times does the word love appear? Just to pick another religion completely randomly out of the air, how many times does the word love appear in the Quran of the Muslim faith? You know how it appears hundreds of times in the Bible, right? And in fact, the New Testament wouldn't be the New Testament without things like God is love, etc. Okay. In the Quran, it appears about 80-something times. But the vast majority of those, the word love is used to say, and if you're a good boy, never a good girl, by the way, if you're a good boy, God will love you. In other words, it's not the love that we talk about in Christianity. It's like, be good, and God will be nice to you. It's used only in a few other places, like to mean different things, none of which are the Christian idea of love, of unconditional love. It's used only in 3 verses to speak about loving your neighbor as we would speak about love. And in all 3 of those cases, it's like, love your neighbor so that he can love you. But then if your neighbor turns against you, then you turn against him and you give him what he deserves. You won't find any other way of life, any other philosophy, any other religion that puts unconditional, selfless, totally self-offering love at the very heart of what it is to be a human being, at the very heart of our lives themselves, other than in Christ. and in Christianity. So yes, we do share things in common with other religions. We have emotional experiences, we have bodily experiences, we have intellectual experiences, we think about things and understand things. We have spiritual experiences. But what is it that we are experiencing? That's the question. Only in Christianity do you find the God of love made flesh, made real in Christ, and offered to us to become one with Him.